So I've got a shirt on for this video because I gotta go in like 20 minutes. But before I go, I had this really great concept come up in my mind yesterday night. So I just wrote it down, planned it very quickly, and I decided to make a video right now. What if you died today? What if you suddenly just died out of nowhere? Maybe you hit your head, maybe it was suicide, whatever it was. You're now another statistic, you died. Who would even remember you? No, genuinely, like who would remember you? Who would mourn your death? Would anybody really think, like, would any of your friends or loved ones or family even remember you? Are you even like, are you remembered? Are you truly loved? Does anybody care about you? Do you respect yourself enough so when you die, you're okay with your legacy? You're okay with the people you've inspired? Because I know if I die, I'm not okay with what I've done. Of course, there are people who carry my legacy because I know I've made a quality group of friends and I've made quality inspirations on people, right? I've inspired people and I know I've made changes. So I know I've left something behind. So what about you? What about you? Have you left anything behind? Have you really left anything behind to your family, to your loved ones? Have you left any lessons? Have you imparted any knowledge, any wisdom? Because I know I have. But have you? Have you truly changed anyone? Have you invited anyone over for a gym session? Have you talked to anybody about their mental health? Have you ever helped somebody in a dire situation? Do you really think you'll be respected after you die? Genuinely? Visualize it right now. Close your eyes. Think. You just died. How will your loved ones react? Quote unquote. How will your quote unquote friends, and this one's really deep. How will any of your friends react? Would anybody even react? Some people who might watch this video, their deaths are so mundane, they'd be forgotten within a week. Some people, their lives are so heavy for others, they'd take almost a lifetime to adapt to. But if you're on the lower end of the spectrum and people will forget about you and then all your friends are Discord friends and nobody even like bothers to check up on you, did you really live a life? Did you use this precious life you have? Did you? And I feel like I have an understanding of the roots of this problem. Society has killed, and I'm talking neutered, male aggression and the male ego. And of course, aggression can be bad. It is redirected in the wrong ways. But if you are able to control your aggression and use your aggression to produce changes in your life, whenever I see a motherfucker drive past me in a Lambo or a Bugatti or any of these fast cars, I don't get like, oh man, I wonder how he got that car. I get pissed. I get angry. I get angry at him. I'm like, how is this fucking guy enjoying his life while I'm living in this small room right now? And I think and I write and I plan. I'm like, I need this. I need a life like this. I need a life where I can be productive and help others and I can help myself first most. My satisfaction comes first. My love for myself comes first. My respect for myself comes first. Love yourself first, then you begin to respect yourself. It is truly saddening when I think of the hordes, the droves of passionless, purposeless, loveless, I guess, lacking in motivation, the amount of men like that, all these men that roam the streets every day, all these men that have low quality fake friends and they live with, they have lived with at least abusive / non-caring parents, and all of this has happened within a span of 20-30 years, and these 20-30 years of their life has fucked them for the next 50. They're going to live a dreary, useless, passionless life, and there is no hope. There's no hope in a life like that. When you are when you have a life with no religion, a life with no loved ones, a life with fake friends, we're all addicted to the same drug, it is disheartening. It is really disheartening. Reading David Goggins' new book has opened my eyes to this idea as where he says most people function at 40%. And I disagree. I think most people don't even get up to 20%. Some men in their lives, they don't even get up to 20% of the potential they have, the possibility of action they have in their life. They don't even get to 20% of that. They become a caged rat working in a cubicle or working a low-level job or working a laboring job, and no financial freedom. Your wife hates you. Your kids don't respect you. You have made zero impact. And again, I'm going to ask you, what if you died? What if you died with a life like that? What if you died where in a life like that you have left debts to the people around you, you're unrespected, unloved, you're going to become another statistic in a family tree that's not going to remember you. So I feel like there's a wake-up call. There is hope. What took you years to get to this bottom situation, I promise you, you can reverse it in 3 months or less. All it takes is 2 weeks to change your mental health. All it takes is 3 months to reverse your entire life around. And I'm talking major changes, major strides financially, major strides physically, mentally, spiritually. You can change so much shit about your life within 2 weeks to 3 months to 6 months to a year. Self-improvement is a lifetime goal. Self-improvement is not the idea of we spend 5 years of our life living at our peak and then we decline. We as men, we're going to keep increasing. If not physically, mentally. If not mentally, spiritually. Men always increase exponentially. We start out slow. But then when we hit our 20s, we peak. We start off slow. But when we hit our 20s, we explode upwards. And I'm not saying that we're very low in our 20s. I'm saying we're average in our 20s. And nobody wants to stay average. There are two paths for men. The normal man will fail and he will stay average and he won't peak after this. He will just start declining. Or as superior men, as truly enlightened and smart men, as wise men, we make it. We make it to the top 10%, to the top 1%. And we truly change the world. So one last time, I ask you, what if you died today? Here's your comfort challenge. Sit down or lay down on your bed and just look at the ceiling for 10 minutes. I'm saying put your phone down, turn off that shit, just turn that shit off and look at the ceiling and just stare at it for 10 minutes. And of course there's not enough time, so I'm giving you a bare minimum. This is just a comfort challenge to push you out. And just think about the question I've given you today. And just ponder and visualize and ponder and visualize repeatedly. Take as long as you need, 10 minutes minimum, and just think. Take care.